Now it's time for Powdered Wig News!
Hello, this is your Powdered Wig News. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Zoe, here for you today in the colonies.
As you may know, the First Continental Congress recently ended.
Well, this is what I...
Wow. I remember when it started on September 5th.
Oh, I remember like it was yesterday. And what about the Second Continental Congress? Didn't it just start?
Oh yes, I wonder what on earth went on in that crazy meeting. Ho ho ho! Why don't we go get more information on both Continental Congresses?
Thanks, Madeline. And now, the reporter on the streets gets a chance to have a rare interview of George Washington on the subject of Continental Congress. Take it away, Emma.
I think so. So, George, I understand that you attended the First Continental Congress. Do you mind telling me what happened?
Yes. Well, the First Continental Congress was a rather eventful meeting, if I say so. I'll start by saying 12 of the 13 colonies sent delegates to this quite serious gathering. Sadly, no Georgia delegates attended. Among these delegates was John Adams and Samuel Adams from Massachusetts, John Jay of New York and George Washington, with Patrick Henry from Virginia. The delegates that were sent to the meeting were elected by the people, by the colonial legislatures, by the committees and correspondents of the respective colonies. Anyways, the meeting was held in Confidence Hall in Philadelphia. And if I remember correctly, it started back in September 5th, 1775. You see, the Congress demanded the repeal of the Intolerable Acts.
And for our viewers, what does repeal mean?
Well, Emma, repeal is an official end of something. To repeal kind of means revoking. When I said the Congress demanded the repeal to the Intolerable Acts, I mean that they demanded to stop, put an end to the Intolerable Acts.
Thank you, George. What else happened in the First Continental Congress?
Well, the Congress also declared that the colonies had the right to tax and govern themselves. Oh yeah, and it is also called a training of militias. To stand up against British troops is necessary. Last but not least, they also called for a new boycott on British goods.
Fascinating. So what can you tell us about the Second Continental Congress?
Oh, well, you see, I wasn't quite in the Second Continental Congress. I was a bit tipsy, but I was sure top of discussion. I also heard from a friend that at the beginning, the Congress divided on what to do. A group of delegates from New England wanted to declare independence, while a group of delegates from the Middle Colonies favored less dramatic actions. But overall, everyone knew we had to prepare for the war. Of course, the first step was to form an army. All armies needed a commander, and that commander is the one and only me. The Congress was responsible and took steps to pay for the war.
Well, there you have it. Back to you, Zoe.
And we'll get back to you after this break. Are you going, Bob? Is your hair just not as luscious as it was in the 1700s? Well, I present to you the powdered wig! It's a new fashion trend that is spreading across the colonies. Just look at this picture of George Washington himself. Oh, that scallywag. It comes in all kinds of colors. Blue, cotton white, and cocoa brown. Order today at your local wig shop.
Vocab shadow time! Yeah! A minute man is A. A man that can control time. B. A citizen soldier that is ready to fight at a minute's notice. C. A man that is made out of minutes. The answer is B!
And we are back with you today on Powdered Wig News. With the holidays in the season, you are bound to have some pretty bad traffic. So we have Ginger to help you along. Go ahead, Ginger.
Traffic!
Good morning, 13 colonies. Boy, do I have some traffic to show you. As you can see, there's some blockage in the road. A carriage has run over a colonist. Another carriage has also been T-boned by a runaway horse. This wreckage might block the roads in the Boston area. In the name of scallywags, thanks for listening. Back to you at the set.
Thank you very much, Ginger. And now for a serious matter, Lexington and Concord. As you all may know, the first shot of the Revolutionary War happened there. It all started when England sent Thomas Gage and a fleet of 700 soldiers to destroy the supplies of the Patriots in Massachusetts. But they were waiting for them to come. To go further on the subject, we have our special correspondent, Candy, the expert on breeds of unicorns, is here to talk with Thomas Gage himself. Take it away.
Thank you, Madeline. Now I'm here with Thomas Gage in the flesh, and this is Just the Facts.
Just the facts!
It says right here that you were sent from England to take the Patriot supplies in Massachusetts. Were you aware that the Patriots had prepared with 70 of their own soldiers in their militia?
What is a militia?
Sorry, Thomas. A militia
Sorry.
is a military force that is raised from civil population that is used only in times of emergency.
Oh, okay. Well, I was not aware that the rebels had prepared. And even if I did, that wouldn't have stopped me.
What do you mean by rebels?
The Patriots rebelled against England, against the Parliament! So it was my duty. I was chosen for this. I had to serve my country! Anyways, the Parliament declared them a state of rebellion. So I really didn't have a choice.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but then your forces came face to face, and there was an intense stare down. All of a sudden, bang! One shot was fired. And nobody knows whose side it was from. It was recalled as the shot heard around the world.
Really itches my wig when I think of those Patriots firing the first shot and starting this whole revolutionary war thing.
Wait, so you do know who fired the first shot? It was the Patriots?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but one of my men fired.
Well,
peaceful
no
country.
offense, Thomas, but after the first shot was heard, your men did immediately fire back, injuring and killing many.
Hey, are you here to interview or accuse me, my troops, for firing?
I think that's enough of just the facts. Now for another vocab shout out.
Vocab shout time! Yeah! What does a blockade mean? A. Shutting off a port of ships to keep people or supplies from moving in or out. B. A bebe gorilla. C. A weak old man. The answer is C. A weak old man. No, it's A.
Thanks, Candy. Such a tough subject. I wonder where this will go. But now for your local weather report here in the colonies. Here is
Weather.
Thanks, Zoe. Here I am in the midst of the Battle of Bunker Hill. Your forecast for tonight is 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe lots of rain. So the wind is not clearly affecting the battle, but many people are getting killed. It's a sad sight. I think that's a wrap. Back to you, Maddie.
Thanks for that, Gemma. And more about Bunker Hill.
They say that the Battle of Bunker Hill was actually fought mostly on Breed's Hill because Ward's troop misunderstood Ward's order on fighting British on Bunker Hill. The British even used mercenaries to strengthen their army.
Zoe, what even is a mercenary?
Mercenaries are soldiers who serve another country for money. Duh.
Whatever. Well, I heard that General British Howe decided to attack head-on the Americans to scare them away. But it seems like the plan failed after 3 or 4 waves of attacks. It was confirmed that the Americans were low on ammunition when the British launched their third attack on the Americans. After the third wave, the Americans were already fighting hand-to-hand combat.
And now it's time for our last segment, Gossip and Glamour.
Do you like gossip? Do you like glamour? Well, here's Gossip and Glamour.
And now it's time for Gossip and Glamour.
We got news from our secret source that the Olive Branch petition was made by the Second Continental Congress and was finished on July 5th, 1775. Then the king disregarded the petition and protested against the new, harsher taxes on July 8th, 1775. After King George did this despicable action, it caused the American War of Independence to begin, therefore causing many people to get killed.
Oh, Zoe, you're such a snitch.
Also, did you hear that George Washington had a thing for the ball gown model?
Oh my gosh, I wonder what this will lead. George has always been known to be a player.
I know, so scandalous, but that girl is worth spilling your tea on your trousers for, guys.
Another faboo topic is the Green Mountain Boys.
Ooh, they're so rebellious. The Green Mountain Boys were a group that used violence and intimidation to protect their land in New Hampshire.
A little bird told me that no matter how much violence they used, they never even killed a soul.
Their colonel commander's name was Ethan Allen. He's my kind of man. so strong and smart. They even started the attack on Fort Ticonderoga and captured the sleeping soldiers.
OMG. And for our viewers, Fort Ticonderoga is located in northeastern New York and was a key point of access between Hudson River Valley and Canada during the French and Indian War.
Good talk.
Thank you for watching Powdered Wig News. See you tomorrow.
You want a tree? Yes. You want one? Yes. You want one? Yes.